Hi, I'm Frank Zetzman. I am professor of art here at University of Wisconsin, Fox Valley. I am the sculpture, ceramics, and drawing professor, or those are the classes I teach. It's a two-year campus of the University of Wisconsin system, so I teach foundation level classes. I'm a generalist, really, and that's why I teach life drawing, basic drawing, ceramics courses, and sculpture, as opposed to being just a sculpture teacher, perhaps like in a bigger university. This is my most recent body of sculpture work. My studio itself is small, so when I'm working on a piece, like one of these larger pieces on the oval bases, that's about all I can see in the studio. It fills my workspace. And so I really have not seen all of these works displayed together before. And it's wonderful because I think of them as a body of work, a family of pieces, if you will. And I want to see the relationship between the objects and how they work together. These are pieces that are based on things I collect and have sitting around my studio on shelves. Things that fascinate me. Different bones, teeth, which are bones, of course. Turtle shells, for example. I've had this row of cow's teeth sitting on a shelf for a long time and looked at them. The larger cow's tooth I felt looked like a fish mouth as it opened. I could see the different qualities as it sort of metamorphed into these other images. A row of pig's teeth came out of just a family cookout, a big party, and the pig's head, I love skulls and things, and I asked for the skull. And they said, "What are you going to do with that?" And I said, "I don't know." So I set it out by this tree and just left it out there, thought I'd come back a few months later. When I came back, there was nothing left but a jawbone with these 5 teeth in it. And I looked at those 5 teeth and I thought, oh, how marvelous. What a great looking abstract piece. Sort of this chorus line of moving images walking across the space. The turtle shells, I have a snapping turtle shell that I just keep my modeling tools in, and it's sort of my handheld palette. The snake vertebrae piece, I was in Nepal, and I bought it off a blanket in the open market. It was a string that was like kind of like a necklace that some sadhu, holy man, would wear, and it was just cobra vertebrae strung together. And I just liked the thing. It was odd and beautiful, and it, again, sat on my shelf, and it would sit bunched up and curled like a pretzel. And I thought, this is the image I want to try to recreate in the piece. And the same with, I like claws. I like the effect of the pieces in their abstract quality, really. For me, the work has much more to do with Noguchi's work, much more with Eva Hesse's work. I love the post-minimalists, but at the same time I'm attracted to the surrealists. And through the Dadists especially. That's how I'd like these pieces to work. You come up to it and you go, gee, that almost looks like some teeth, it does. And that's perfect. Because, of course, in 5 seconds or 10 or whatever, you're going to know it's teeth. But at the same time, momentarily, by the arrangement of the forms, the visual movement of the forms, the scale in how it relates to one's own size, how it relates to the size of the room, the positioning of the room, all of those formal qualities that make abstraction is really what I'm interested in. I like the teeth that from a side view they look like mountain ranges as much as anything. I like looking down into them so you look like their mouths. The snake vertebrae looks like a pretzel, or if you can imagine it huge, 75 feet tall, it's a carnival ride. And those are the kind of things that I'm really attracted to. The textures, the colors of them. The subject matter for me is more a vehicle for abstraction than it is some kind of literal interpretation of these objects that I render. It's my excuse to explore form. And it's just, those are the kind of images that I'm interested in.